What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with the market and give you guys an update on the levels to watch for. Just notes that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And don't forget to smash the like button. Anyways, for Tesla, there's not really much coming out on the news as I was looking for it. For now, I just want to mention that we're looking at 222 as resistance and 220 as our support. Tesla has been once again just range bound in that range for almost the entire day, not really doing much. If we lose 220, we could be looking for a dip back down closer to 217 on Tesla. And if we end up breaking past 222, we could be looking for a pushback up to just under 224 and then possibly the highs again. So it all depends. Otherwise, we're just range bound for today, and we're going to likely continue to be like this until we approach the FOMC minutes tomorrow. Just notes that as far as Tesla goes, this still has a very, very nice looking cup like structure that is still holding on Tesla. Looks pretty good. And this could be from just a cup and a handle, if anything. So I wouldn't necessarily say that Tesla is done yet. I just want to mention as well that I will turn bearish if we lose this trend line. If we end up losing this trend line, that's your key of a breakout to the downside, and Tesla could start dipping lower. So we haven't really done anything like that yet, and we're just range bounds. That's all I'm really seeing for Tesla. So watch that range as time goes on. And just know that the chart still is bullish from a technical standpoint. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. The short term could be a little bit more bearish if we do dip lower, but the medium term and the overall trend is still in favor of the upwards direction. We're still making higher lows. All right. Looking at SPY, on the other hand, it's very similar to Tesla in that regard. We're still technically, holding these levels very nicely, but this is the very, very big range to watch for. We have this support right here at 558. So basically, you're looking at this level right here. If we lose 558, you're going to be looking for a move all the way down to support towards not only the low of the day, but the 556 area. And if we end up breaking past resistance right over here, at this 560 area, we could be looking for a push and an attempt to try to fill the gap. We've been stuck between 558 and 560 for almost the entire day, and SPY is not really doing much right now. So I think we're waiting for the next catalyst, which is going to be the FOMC minutes. That's going to come out tomorrow. I'll talk more about that later on. But besides that, we're just completely range bound, taking our time. We're going to likely remain in this trend. For Nvidia, if we manage to break past the 130 area, we could push for 132. And if we lose 126.8, look for 125 on Nvidia, followed by the 123s. Overall, it's also range bound. We've been stuck between 120, 128.5 and about 126.8 for almost the entire day. Very, very tight range, just going back and forth and back and forth. There's not much going on with this chart for now. On Bitcoin, we're rebounding a little bit, looking we're looking at 59,600 as our resistance. We could see it try to push a little higher to get there, but then, like I said before, it's still range bound, not really doing much. So we'll see a little bit of a push for Bitcoin, but not really anything too crazy. On ES, it's the same thing essentially. We're testing our 20 EMA as resistance. 5624 is going to be our resistance, and the support happens to be around the 5600 area as well. We've been going back and forth, not really doing much, still just range bound, so just give that some time. For the QQQ, we're also range bound right here. Look at this 481 area as our resistance. If we break through that, if we manage to break this resistance, we could revisit the highs of the day, and then we could be looking for a push to these much higher levels. For now, we're just kind of stuck in this range. I'll have to give this some time. If we break 481, the next level I'd be watching for is around 482.5. And if we break that, our next target will be all the way up close to 485, very close to that gap fill. And our support to watch for is not only at this 480 to 479.24 area. I might just highlight this instead because that's where our 20 EMA happens to be. So as you guys could see, we're just trying to hold this range like right about here. And this is where the support happens to be, just in this range right here. So it's very, very close to like the mid 479 area to 480. That's going to be our support. If we lose the 479s, then we'd be looking for a dip all the way down to about 476. Otherwise, the QQQ is just completely stuck, going back and forth and back and forth. There's not really much going on with it. Apple's very tight as well. If we break 227, we could get closer to 230. If we lose 226, we could be dipping down to 225, followed by 223.8. Otherwise, we're stuck between 226 and 227, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. For others out there, we also have Supermicro. This is kind of stuck. We dipped a little bit only to rebound. We're going to be looking at this 616 areas, our resistance. If this breaks, I'd be looking for the 620s. And if you end up losing support, you'll be dipping back down towards 607. So we're still stuck in the middle, not really doing a whole lot. So we'll see how things end up going. We're just completely stuck right now. So between these EMAs, this is kind of like the range we're in. We've been stuck between 606 and about 616 all day, and we're going to likely remain in that range. I'm not seeing much, but I could see it push towards 616, a little bit of a push for now. Nothing too crazy. The IWM is also range bound. We have 213 as resistance and support at 212. All day we've been stuck here besides that dip in the morning. So to turn back up, you want to see it break past 213.69 to really start pushing. And to turn down, you want to see it lose 212 to really start dipping. Otherwise, we're just range bound. I know I'm saying the same things, but this is what the charts are showing us. I can't really change that. For the QQQ, not the QQQ, sorry, for Coinbase. Sorry, guys. For Coinbase, we're going to be looking at 197.25. If we get above that, I could see an attempt to get back up to 200. So we could be looking for this resistance right here to potentially break. And then if we break the 197 area, yes, I'd be looking for that push. If not, our support was around here, this 192 area. I called out 192 as a level to watch for in the morning. That's exactly where Coinbase ended up dipping to. Now it's trying to rebound. So we're just in this range right here. 192 is our support, 197 is going to be resistance. It's not really doing much. Amazon's also just range bound. We basically have this 179 area as resistance, and our support's currently around 177. It's just trading sideways. If we break 180, we turn bullish, and if we lose 177, we turn bearish. Otherwise, we're just stuck in the middle. Meta is dipping a little bit, so we have resistance around this 530 area, and we also have support around 525. So it's not really doing much. We're still stuck in between these levels, and we'll just have to see how things end up moving. So I'll be watching to see if we end up losing 525 to turn back down to 519s, or do we break past 530 to remain bullish? We're just stuck in the middle for now. Microsoft looks a little bit more bullish. We've actually broken past this resistance. So we pushed up to 425, which is a good move. We were calling that yesterday, forming a nice kind of like inverse head and shoulders. I'm going to be looking to see how we end up reacting to 425. If we break this, we will push even more. Our support is currently around 423. We look more bullish. We actually favor upside on Microsoft, and we could be looking for a push all the way up towards 427. So we look more bullish. Google is trying to push here. It's actually range bound as well, but it's a little bit more bullish. Look at 170's resistance and 168 as supports. We do favor the upwards direction. If we could break above 170, we are trading sideways in this range for now, but the trend is still more bullish and it's doing a good job at holding up. So my view of the markets is, as of right now, we are range bound. The market's consolidating. So what can I say? The answer is just be very patient. Be very patient with this market. Give it some time, and we're going to get a very big move tomorrow when we get the FOMC minutes. I'll talk about more. I'll talk more about that later on. But just know that's going to be coming out tomorrow. I think at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tomorrow, look for a very very big increase in volatility, and we'll see how things go. Until we get to tomorrow, the market's going to remain range bound for now. That's all I'm saying for the time being. Thank you all so much for listening. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.